Namaste to all. Like most of you, I'm also deeply saddened and shocked by this aircraft crash, Air India's flight. And I relate to it more because I travel a lot. I take 3 to 4 flights every month, or even more sometimes. This month, I am taking, let's say, 6 to 7 flights, 6 flights at least this month. I relate to it more, and every time I go into the aircraft, I always think that whether this flight will land safely or whether, I always have this doubt. It's not that doubt on Paramatma, etc. It's not that I have less self confidence, but I always understand that life is so uncertain. Anything can happen. It's not only about karma. Because when accident happens, when mishappening happens, it's not that always karma is the one which is reason for it. No. We must understand karma philosophy in its depth. And when I take flight, I always think about that, what I have done and what is pending to be done and how I should live my life more fruitfully and more helpfully to the world. Because we never know which will be our last day. This could be our last day as well. Like the people who took the flight, they never would have even dreamt of that this would be their last day. There would be children in the flight, right? There would be people who are going to, probably they are going for finding a job in London, or they are working in London. Some people would have planned for vacation, and some people are traveling to see their children. So they would have never thought in their even dream that this flight would crash. But when such thing happens, it also reminds us that what are we doing here? We must try to dedicate our life more towards a useful purpose, not only for everybody else but also for ourselves. We must try to make our life beautiful and purposeful for ourselves. When I was reading this Ved mantra, Vayuranilam Amritam Atedam Basmantang Shariram. Sharir basam ho jata hai. Sharir is anyway going to be burnt one day, Paramatma says. So Om Kritosmar. And Maharishi says that मनुष्यों को चाहिए कि जैसी मृत्यु समय में चित्त की वृत्ति होती है और शरीर से आत्मा का पृथक होना होता है, वैसे ही इस समय भी जाने. Not that you must remember Paramatma at the time of death. The people who were inside the flight, even some would be spiritual, they would have never thought that this is my last day, or this second is my last second. Like naturally, when the flight is taking off and the flight is crashing within 3 minutes, the passengers would have no idea. When the flight was going up and then coming down suddenly, they would have not even thought that they will crash and die. Impossible, because the announcement would have not been made. There is no time for that announcement also. So here the mantra says, चित्त वृत्ति जब शरीर से आत्मा का पृथक होना होता है. When you know that you are old, let's say a person who is 100 years or 90 years or 95 years old is unable to walk properly, is unable to sleep, his body is totally shrunk in size, is unable to eat, his vision is poor, his hearing is poor, so he has become old and he understands that I am anticipating death any moment now. This mantra speaks about that kind of situation. We know that my Atma will leave the body soon, maybe in the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or this year, or this month, or this day. At that point of time, jaisi chitta ki vritti hoti hai. So there is an indication in this mantra that keep your chitta vritti towards Paramatma at the time of death. But when you do not know when you will die, when you, taking a flight, you are 40 years old, 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, you do not know when you will die. What is the suggestion? Paramatma says, वैसे ही इस समय भी जाने. Means you are alive, you are normal, you are young, you are not even reached an adult age or matured age. You are not even 30, you are not even 25, you are not even 15. Even at that point of time, you must understand that death is uncertain. Any point of time you may die. So this knowledge is given to 6-year-old kid. In the Vedic Dharma, 6-year-old kid they go to Gurukul and they receive this kind of knowledge from Acharya. Om Kruto Smar. Paramatma ka smaran Om. Om is tasya vachaka pranavah. This is Om. Om is the vachak of Paramatma. Tasya vachaka pranavah. Vachya Parameshwarah. Om is the indication, the name of Paramatma. Om Kritosmar means remember Paramatma. Remember Paramatma at the time of death means remember Paramatma when you are alive. Remember my Acharya says, my Acharya beautifully explains on Veda mantra always, that there is a Yajurveda mantra, Yat krida karoti, you are going to go for play, you are going to take a football match or a cricket match, or you are going to play, or you are going to watch a match. Even then you remember Paramatma, do yajna at your house and then go and play the match. So when you are taking a flight, when you are taking a bus, when you are taking a train, when you are taking a journey, when you are going to office, when you are in the scooter or car, before taking the bus or train or scooter or car, remember to do Agnihotra and then take a flight. Remember to do Agnihotra and then take a train. Remember Paramatma when you sit on the train. Not that asking Paramatma that let my train journey be safe, but tell that Paramatma that I am always with you. Even I am not there tomorrow, let my Jivatma remember you in the next birth also, Paramatma, I am dedicated to you. This kind of dedication we must develop in our life, because please understand, nobody will follow us. I can relate to the family members of these 242 people, their situation now. Somebody has lost their child, somebody has lost their parents, somebody has lost their husband or wife, somebody has lost their, everything. But that's the reality of our life. We will lose everything one day and we will be all alone. We will be all alone. Nothing will be with us except Paramatma. And when I say Paramatma, the Paramatma's knowledge, who gave this knowledge to us, that Acharya also is always with us. But other than these two powers, Paramatma and Acharya, nobody is there with us every time. Only these two powers are there with us. And also Acharya is a Jivatma, so he also will be, or he or she also will be with us as a Jivatma only for certain time. So maybe next 5 janma or 10 janmas. After that, Acharya also will not be with us. Only Paramatma is eternally with us. And we can never escape Paramatma. Desh se, Kal se or Gyan se. From the point of view of time and space and knowledge, we can never escape Paramatma, because Paramatma is omnipresent. Bhutam cha bhavyam cha sarvam yascha adhitishtati. So here Maharishi writes, वैसे इस समय भी जाने, इस समय भी ये याद रखो, means हर समय. Every time remember that this could be your last moment. And how is it possible? Is it possible? You are planning for a vacation to go to London or New York or anywhere, Switzerland. Will you remember Paramatma? I am sure it is not possible. I am very sure. Even if somebody is so-called a Vedic follower, like he has an Acharya, he's doing Agnihotra. Just like, normal. Instead of going to temple, somebody does Agnihotra. Instead of going to Sabarimala, somebody goes to Acharya's ashram. If like a normal person goes to temple, I go to Acharya ashram. Normal person goes to temple, I do Agnihotra. But I do not focus on the philosophy of eternal truth of Vedas. I just do everything for formality. Then also will I remember Paramatma when I go to a vacation in Switzerland or London, or when I go for work outside country or inside country? No, I will not. So this is a reminder to all of us. We must not forget this Paramatma, because understand, Paramatma Nyayakari Dayalu. Nyayakari, how he is Nyayakari when the flight is crashed and 242 people died? Somebody is eating in the hostel. The flight fell on that hostel building, and then that guy is dead. How can we believe that Paramatma is a Nyayakari? This is not the act of Paramatma, please understand. Paramatma is Nyayakari in the sense that you have lost your life. You are supposed to live 80 years. You have lost your life in 20 years. You are studying in the college, and then you are eating food, or you are studying, or you are speaking to your friend. Suddenly you are dead. Paramatma will give you justice because Jivatma is eternal. That Jivatma will be given justice in the next birth for sure. There is no doubt about it. The main point we have to focus is what are we doing with our life in this Janma when you are alive. So we must be very, very careful in living our life, choosing our next moments in life. Even I also waste a lot of time. Yesterday, when I saw this news, I sat for meditation. I could not do meditation more than 15 minutes. Something was pulling me to see the news again. What happened? Of course, nobody is sure what happened at this moment. It will come slowly. But something is pulling me. I could not close my eyes and focus on Paramatma. I was a little bit shattered internally because I relate to flight so much. I travel so much. When you travel every 10 days, you can relate to flight so much. Is it a fear of death what I am going through? Yes, maybe it's a fear of death. It's a fear of anxiety that after I am gone, what happens to my daughter, what happens to my wife, what happens to my family. It could be that anxiety also. But then another voice came inside me that you are not so stupid. You are speaking in Know Your Vedas channel. You are speaking as if you are a great master. You cannot be so stupid and so childish. But the reality is, yes, I am stupid and childish still because I am not at a tapasvi. So today morning when I got up, now the time here is 6:30 in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in India at this point of time. But when I got up in the morning at 5 o'clock or 4:45, I just thought that tonight I'm taking a flight. Will I be alive tomorrow morning? I do not know. But even if I'm not alive, what should I do in the next 24 hours is to be very clear. And I should dedicate my actions, I should dedicate my thoughts to Paramatma, not to anybody else. I should spread love, I should spread international brotherhood, I should not spread hatred or hurt others, etc. in the 24 hours. Because I'm taking a flight tonight, and my flight, anything can happen, right? So we must remember this in our mind, that life is so uncertain, and we must try to live a life as per Vedas. When you live a life as per Vedas, you will not have anxiety problem. You will not have fear of death. And you will not have worry about what will happen to your family after your death. And if I am doing it still, then I am still not following Vedas. That is the bitter truth. And similarly, all of you. So, इस शरीर की जलाने पर्यंत क्रिया करें. शरीर जब तक जला न जाए, until that sharir is not burnt, the kriya is not samapt, the kriya is not complete. After the dead body is burnt, there is no other karma to be left to be done. That means there is no second day, third day, fifth day, 12th day, 13th day, first year, second year, etc. That's gone. The sharir is burnt, everything is finished, is what Paramatma says. जलाने के पश्चात शरीर का कोई संस्कार ना करें. वर्तमान समय में एक परमेश्वर की ही आज्ञा का पालन, उपासना और सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाया करें. See the advice. वर्तमान समय में, when you are alive at this moment, एक ही परमेश्वर की आज्ञा का पालन करें. Just to follow the आज्ञा of Paramatma. You do not have any other business to do in your life. There is only one business in your life, and that business is just to follow Paramatma. And that business is just to do his upasana. Go to work for doing upasana. Don't just do upasana for formality and focus on your business. Do your business so that you can increase your samarthya for upasana. Do your business or work in such a way because सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाया करें, उपासना के लिए, ईश्वर की आज्ञा पालन के लिए, पालन करने के लिए. If our focus in our life is to worship Paramatma, rest all the activities what we do in our life, we can line up in such a way that all the activities what we do is just to focus on upasana and agya of Paramatma. And never at any moment, whether you are going for a on duty or you are going for a vacation, never ever disobey the Vedic Dharma. Never ever disobey Paramatma's instruction in the Vedas, because you never know what time will be your last time. Yeah, we can correct mistakes. If I do a mistake in my life, I have an opportunity to correct it, but I do not know whether I will get that opportunity or not. So why should I do a mistake? Is the action of or a thinking of an intelligent person. किया हुआ कर्म निष्फल नहीं होता. So the 242 lives who are gone now, or the other people who have dead, who were in the hostel or whatever it is, these people's karma will not go nishfal. Whatever karma they would have done in their life until yesterday afternoon, everything will be rewarded by Paramatma at a proper time to those jivatmas. So we must not worry about it. ऐसा मानकर धर्म में रुचि और अधर्म में अप्रीति किया करें. We must understand this eternal truth that none of our karmas will go in vain, and by understanding that, we must have ruchi in following dharma, we must have apriti, we must dislike adharma, we must like dharma. Just follow dharma, just dislike adharma, because you definitely do not know we will be alive tomorrow or not. Definitely you will not know. So this is a very, very important mantra to be followed in our life. I don't know, I would have spoken something, I would have blabbered, because there are certain things going on in my mind. I just thought I should record it. And I just post my recordings. I do not know whether it will add any value to you or not, but it adds value to me. It gives me some different perspective. I do not know if it will help you. But anyway, if it's helping you, it's good. If it's not helping you, if you feel that I'm just blabbering, just ignore me, forgive me. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.